Ladies and gentlemen, we are live with the Eastern Invitational Pairing Selection Show. Shane Ryan, Chris Worst. Chris, this is one of the most exciting nights in the Slack Golf calendar. How you doing?
I cannot believe that I'm lucky enough to be here. The amount of anticipation we have for this event, it's off the charts. I can't wait to see what's going to unfold on Saturday.
And you know how this works. We've done it before. First of all, the process of inviting people to the Eastern Invitational is a long, drawn out thing. The committee meets for weeks at a time, and we have some hints of who will be in there, right? We have some ideas, but then there's a second part of the process, which we're about to go through now, where they make the actual pairings, and that is another weeks long process. They have been meeting, seeing who's going to fit together best, and it all culminates tonight with the results that just came in.
Oh, I can't wait to see it.
It's unbelievable. So here we go. This is Saturday pairings. Okay, so Sunday it goes by the leaders. So as you see the document here, the Eastern Invitational Pairing Selection Show. The first thing we're going to do, as is tradition, is announce the one seeds. And Chris, you and I can talk about those a little bit as we see it. So for the first time this year, we're going to reveal it. The first top seed, and this is going to be the number one overall seed. Here we go. Group one.
Oh my gosh.
Matt
I
Coots.
can't believe it.
It's Matt Coots. It's Matt Coots. Dodgeball Matt.
Multi-sport Matt.
Multi-sport Matt. Chris, you know this guy. You have.
Kansas City. Yeah.
He texted me today, seeing the email distribution, and he said, "Is that Chris from Denver, the Kansas City guy?" So he knows you. He's expecting you. He's excited for you. Are you excited for him?
I am. I deleted his phone number in a fit of a rage before Channels Cup last fall.
Okay.
And so I'm excited to maybe bend those bridges a little bit. I regretted it right away, but, for the good of Team World, I did that. And, now it's a little bit of, different competition between us.
That's great. Now, did you play Matt Coots in Channels Cup 1 ever? Did you meet up with him at all?
I don't think we played on the course together. No.
But you played at Tobacco Road together on Sunday,
Yep.
and then you spent the evening watching the Chiefs play. So you know this guy, the cut of this guy's jib. I mean, does he deserve the top seed? Is he someone we should be scared of?
Yeah. He's unflappable. He's extremely generous and kind, which I think belies how good of a golfer he is. So I think his competitive spirit's gonna show through in the Eastern Invitational.
I think you nailed it. Great guy, great energy. I love playing with him. I hope I'm in his group. All right, we'll find that out in a second. But now let's go, Chris, to the second top seed here. Top seed, Group 2. This is so exciting. It's Galen Maltzby. Wow. Wow. No. Not the same feelings from you for Galen, huh?
So much unfinished business with me and Galen. I'm a little bit nervous, honestly, to see him again. I sort of thought after I found that out about him, we don't need to talk about it, but that night at Bullman Caves, that I would honestly never see him again. And now here, I'm going to see him again. So, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and Galen is another top competitor. He's a Channels Cup veteran. You guys have some personal history together. Actually, it was me and Galen playing you and Dan Wachtel on Saturday morning scrambles. That was a tight match the whole way. You guys ended up getting the better of us on 18, but there's some bad blood there. Is this a guy where, do you want to be in his group? Do you want to see your enemy up close, or do you want to be as far away from this guy as you can?
I think you have to take a challenge head on. And so if I'm in his group, great. If not, I'm going to be there to get a score better than him and, maybe see him on Sunday in the final group. And if not, and he's in a group behind me, so be it.
I like that. Yeah, my take on Galen is that he is also, like Matt, a great energy guy to play with. All kinds of knowledge. He taught me about reading the cut of the cup, like things like that, the grain. He knows what side of the tee you hook it from. He knows what side you fade it from. He's got a lot of arcane knowledge. He's going to be a tough guy to beat.
Yep.
All right, Chris, let's go to number 3. Group 3, top seed, Jake Weinling. Not really a surprise there. Not really a surprise there. The self-declared MVP of the last Channels Cup. Your Colorado brother, the Colorado Bros. Tell me about Jake.
Jake is such a good player. He thrives in the competitive landscape of anything like this, Invitational, Channels Cup. When it's, the competition's on the line, he really rises to the occasion. However, he's debuting a little bit of a new swing that I've seen in person a few times. And I'm hoping to see it in person again tomorrow. We'll see on our last practice round before we head out there. It's wild wilder than it was in the past.
And it wasn't a pretty swing to begin with. I want to make that clear to everybody listening.
It is worse.
It's
so we
worse.
will see. We will see how this shows up in a competitive setting, because he's kind of in that like early stages of it. So we'll see how this goes.
For people listening at home, the thousands at home and abroad who are going to be watching this, the millions possibly, know that Jake is completely unorthodox but very effective at times. He's the kind of guy who stands like 6 feet behind the table at beer pong. It's really fucking annoying in some ways, but also hilarious. And like he was a stud at Channels Cup too. I mean, he was. You guys are the heart and soul of that team. So that will be fun, and I can't wait to see that. I hope I'm in his group too. All right, here we go. Last one, Chris. This is the last 4 seed. A couple people it could be. This is actually group 4, it should say. Whoa!
Oh!
Damon Sherrico is a 1 seed.
I can't say I'm surprised. And, I almost said earlier that I thought he was going to have a little bit of an erection while we were doing this show. And now that I see this guy, our vice captain of strip clubs, it's like full mass, baby. I'm excited for him. I'm excited for the strippers. I'm just excited for the whole deal.
We learned today on the Slack, Chris, I don't know if you saw this, but he's going to have to wake up at 7:30 a.m. to go pick up Gary on his way down. Can Damon pull that off? Can he do that on a non-work day?
Yes. I mean, we were up early to go play golf in Austin that Sunday morning. The finals of the match play in Austin, we got up as a group, and the Spicy Boys went out and played around at golf. We were up early, so I have all the faith in the world in Damon that when it comes to golf and showing up for his guys, that he'll be there. No problem.
And, Damon, looking at Channels Cup history, one of the most inspiring trajectories. It started out year 1. I mean, he's falling asleep in strip club bathrooms. I mean, it's really kind of an ugly scene. He's out drinking all night with some of the other players who we don't know. Comes back in year 2, most improved player for sure, wins his singles match, wins a bunch of matches. I mean, just a tremendous story. And I think, with the handicap, the system here, why not Damon, right?
Exactly, why not? Yeah, he has every chance of doing it just like anybody else.
All right, so let's go now. We're going to see the groups. These are the 4. All 4 of these guys are going to be in different groups. They're the 1 seeds. Let's start here. Group 1, this is the Matt Coots group. These guys will not be teeing off first. They'll probably be, because it's a group of 4. So this is here we go. Here, this is let's bring these up. There we go. So Matt Coots leading it off. His wife Abby is playing. She's only playing on Saturday, so she's not an official member. She's we're so happy to have her. She's not competing for the Eastern Invitational Trophy because she won't be there Sunday. Ian Flake is. This is a friend of Matt who I've never met. And Bo Long is his other one. So, Chris, neither one of us know anything about these guys. So we're just going to have to go based on names. Like, give me a sense. Ian Flake and Bo Long both sound like fake names to me.
They do. And you would know, because I think, the amount of fake names
That's right.
you brought into the world. I will say that night that Matt and I watched the Chiefs game together was Sunday Night Football, the Sunday after Channels Cup won in North Carolina. There was... Long story short, the game ended well after the bar where we were watching it closed for the night. So we had to go back to his apartment, and I watched it at his apartment until like 1 a.m. Eastern time, watching the game. His wife wasn't there, but having spent a lot of time in her apartment late into the night, I feel like I'm really excited to meet her in person now. Yeah,
I met her twice now, once in Charlotte at the Wells Fargo, and I think once at Hillendale as well. Delightful. Couldn't be better. Just a great couple, a power couple. Ian Flake, Bo Long, I don't know. Bo Long to me sounds like go long, like the phrase from football, go long. Maybe is he a long hitter, or is that going to be kind of an ironic last name if he's not a long hitter? And Ian Flake, I have no idea.
He sounds like a professional British golfer from like the early 90s who never wore a hat, even though it was like Dallas. And it's like, dude, your face looks horrible. That's what Ian Flake, that's what that reminds me.
Yeah, played in like 16 Ryder Cups, but never won in America. Like never won a single tournament.
Never wore a hat ever.
Yeah, and Bo Long would be like a dude from Texas who is like 35 and has been playing on the tour for, like almost 20 years at this point, but looks like he's about 12 years old still. I'm just going by Bo Hostler pretty much there.
That's exactly right.
But that's my take on him. All right, so that's group one. My only concern here, Chris, that is an isolated Matt Coots friend group. So
Mm-hmm.
if you were wanting to cheat, if you were Matt Coots saying, I want to
Mm,
win this event, no witnesses there, basically. They're all loyal to him. We don't have a neutral observer.
that's true. Something to watch for.
Yeah,
I agree.
absolutely. All right, group two. This is the Galen Maltby group. We got Galen, Kellen Moss, which is Galen Friends. I think Moss is his last name. If I'm getting that wrong, Kellen, I apologize. We have met before. I don't have a too clear memory of it. And then, of course, Ivan Ross, Chris, is the third member of that group. Very familiar with Galen. He and Galen played in the rain last weekend. I mean, real kind of weather dogs. And yeah, so this is a group of three. What do you make of it?
They've been putting in the hours for sure, getting ready for this invitational. I think that they're going to have a lot of the local knowledge that a lot of us out of towners aren't going to have. Hillendale, for sure, we know and love it. Okanochi, I think that one is a big question mark. So, we'll kind of see how this goes. And with a guy like Fire Emoji, you never know what he's going to bring to the table.
And Galen has a ton of Okanichi knowledge, more than anybody. I've played there probably 5 or 6 times ever. Galen used to be a regular there. He can putt those greens. They're slow, annoying greens. He can putt them. Kellen, I think, is like a 9 handicap, so like a pretty good stick. Actually, I should say Kellen is only playing Saturday also, so he's not in the running for the Invitational.
Got it.
He's another one-dayer. And then Ivan doesn't have a handicap, so to me, Ivan's the ultimate wild card. We've got to assign him a handicap. He, it could go a couple ways for Ivan, but he's steadily improving, and I think he's ready to kind of make a leap here as we get closer to Channels Cup.
He's always a threat.
Always a threat. Okay, group 3. This is the Jake group. Oh, my God. Oh, no, Chris. It's you and me. It's Jake Windling, Chris Wirth, Shane Ryan, and newcomer to the Slack and to the Slack golf world, Austin Johnson. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. Austin is a great guy. He's local. Joined at the last second. Super great to have him. And then, of course, the Colorado Bros. This is quite a grouping here, Chris.
It is, and in the past I've called you out and wanted you to be in my group and compete against you head to head, and it didn't work out for me. So this time, I guess the luck of the draw brought it upon me, and I'm going to try to exact some revenge. But it's not a one-on-one competition. This is stroke play, so I got to be out there just trying to grind and play really well. I'm excited about this group.
Well, then, I should say, when we were in Austin, you and I think, we played a match, right? Or did we play stroke play?
We did. We played 9 holes.
We played a 9-hole match play, and you did beat me there. I think you were 2-1 2 up.
Like
yeah. So it's gone both ways. I think maybe, Chris, this is the time we put our ancient rivalry aside and kind of spiritually hem and egg it, support each other. Just hey, it's individual, and then on Sunday, man, it's back to war. But this is our day to sort of position ourselves.
We'll make a lot of birdies together. I like that idea.
Let's just birdie it up. Okay. And then finally, the last group is Damon Cherico, Drew Essig, whose daughter just won the 4A state title in softball in one of the great sports stories, and then Gary Fedorachko. This is a group of 3. They'll probably be going off first or second when we play. Great, just like Slack stalwarts, Channels Cup stalwarts. Gary rescued the Channels Cup last year. Drew and Damon have played 2 years in a row. I mean, I wouldn't mind being in this group. I'll tell you that much.
It's an incredible group of guys to play golf with right here. I've been lucky to play rounds with all of them, against Drew competitively, with Gary and with Damon. These are heavy hitters, so I can't wait to see what this group puts up on the course.
All right, Chris, last question for you as we sign off here. I want you to give me 2 names here. The first name is, if you don't win, you and I are out of the equation. If we don't win, who do you want to win? And then a prediction. The first one is the heart, and the second one is the brain. Who do you think could win? Again, taking ourselves out.
If I have to pick one, I got to ride with the Colorado, Jake Windling. I want one of us to come back on the plane with the trophy, which I can't wait to see in person. But my prediction, I think Drew is going to be tough to beat. He's got local knowledge. He has championship pedigree in his family within the last week. I think he's going to ride that wave and play really well this weekend.
I like Drew. My only thing with Drew is he hasn't played in like 4 to 6 weeks. So He's riding a handicap that's going to be tough. I think it's going to be a little hard. I worry about Jake with Jake's handicap is a little higher based on his hot play last year, but he's kind of like you said a new swing and everything. So my brain pick is going to be Galen. I just think he's got quite a handicap to overcome, but I think the guy is a stroke play just stalwart. I think he's got a really good chance to win. And then go with the heart pick. I guess I gotta go with Ian Flake after your description of him. That's the hard pick. The classic Euro just grinder, just a journeyman. 19 wins on the European Tour, never won a major, never won in America. Played in a lot of Ryder Cups, got some great memories. So we'll go with Ian Flake as our heart pick. Well, Chris, I couldn't be more excited. It goes down Saturday. Any last thoughts?
No, I can't wait to get out there. It's just a few days away now, so just really looking forward to it.
All right, brother. Good night, and we'll see you in a couple days.
Peace.